I went to the window just for a second. I think it was about 9 or 10 p.m. The shots fired looked orange, air defense system. I looked and then I went back into the living room. I was afraid. I live by myself. My cat went towards the window. I went to get him. That's when I was hurled against the wall. I don't know for how long I was unconscious. When I woke up, I was covered in blood. I just tried to get myself to the door, and one of my neighbors, who was passing by, called the ambulance and they brought me here.
A wave of Israeli airstrikes has rocked Tehran, leaving a trail of destruction and heartbreak. Civilians caught in the crossfire are sharing their harrowing stories of survival, while Iran's leaders call for retaliation. Tonight, we bring you the human cost of this escalating conflict, straight from the streets and hospitals of Iran's capital. It was just after 9 p.m. on June 21st, when the night sky over Tehran lit up with chaos. Israeli strikes targeted what they claim were military sites, but the fallout has torn through civilian lives. The human rights activist news agency reports a staggering 639 deaths in Iran from strikes over the past week. Israel, in turn, says Iranian attacks have killed 24 civilians on their soil. As the body count rises, the stories of those caught in the blasts paint a grim picture. Nasrin, a 38-year-old Tehran resident, lies in a hospital bed, her body battered by the blast. Shrapnel tore through her, forcing multiple surgeries to save her organs. Her story is one of survival, but also of unimaginable loss.
I think I've had 5 surgeries so far. All inside my stomach, gut, kidney, liver or transplants, and my body is covered with marks of shrapnel, and I don't even know what has happened to my ear, and I have broken my leg also.
Across the city, another survivor recounts the moment an oil depot was struck, sending shockwaves through his neighborhood. The attack, he says, could have been catastrophic if the flames had spread further.
It was 12:30 when they hit the oil depot. My wife told me that while I was watching TV, I went out and saw that the oil depot was hit. There were impact craters in 3 different spots with flames blazing through them. Thank God they didn't hit the exterior depot. If they had hit the outdoor depot, or if there had been oil in them, the whole area would have been destroyed. If they hit us, we should hit them back. If they hit us twice, we should hit back 10 times. If we hit them twice, it will be noticeable because Israel is not large. But if Israel hits us 10 or even 100 times, it would not be as noticeable in our country.
Iran's deputy health minister, Ali Jafarian, pushed back against Israel's claims that only military targets were hit, pointing to the growing civilian toll. He insists Iran is prepared for any further escalation, including potential nuclear risks.
Absolutely, it is not just the military, targets. They are attacking peoples and those who are near in neighboring areas of that, or those people are at risk. And that's why we have that number of civilians killed in these attacks.
Israel, meanwhile, maintains its strikes were precise, aimed solely at military targets. An IDF official acknowledged some collateral damage, but insists civilian casualties were not the intent. With both sides digging in, the region teeters on the edge of a wider conflict, as Tehran mourns its losses and braces for what's next. The voices of survivors like Nasrin and others demand to be heard. With tensions soaring and calls for retaliation growing louder, the world watches anxiously. Will this spiral into all-out war, or can peace prevail? Stay with us for the latest updates on this developing crisis.